can't believe it. Didn't even take full throttle. As cold as that is, it only took quarter throttle. Whew. Sorry, choke. Hopefully the wind isn't hitting the camera too bad. I stopped because I need to cut some more wood, but I'm having an issue with the saw. It's not cutting evenly. But before I get to that, I wanted to cover this little beast. So it is not perfect. It has a bow in the main I-beam. That is definitely my fault from splitting stuff I shouldn't have split on this. I.e. logs that I loaded with the tractor. Yeah, like that tall 48-inch stuff it took me 2 cuts with a chainsaw to cut through. But it's got a little Honda 5.5 horse motor on it, single stage pump, and the handle extension right there, that is something I had to do because this is a love-hate machine. I love the fact that I can split wood without having to manually split it. I hate the fact that I have to bend over and it's really hard on the back. At some point I want to redesign and rebuild this. The other issue with it, if you look right there, that's the exhaust. No matter what you're doing, it's blowing exhaust on you. So I would like to do a total rebuild on this because I'm pretty sure that this is not all original. If it is, it's truly, truly, truly scary. Sorry, probably extreme close up there. That better? So I would like to put a 2-stage pump on it. I would like to redo the beam and the hydraulic cylinder the way it sits, and also lift it up a lot higher and give it a better reservoir. But that will have to come at a later time. And this has been a good machine. The only thing I've done to it, I had to rebuild the carb, which if you look right, let's see here, if you look, I don't know if you can see it in the light, but right here the fuel bowl is leaking again, so I'm due for another carb rebuild. The oil filter, I've changed that out, and this hose for the oil filter return. That's the only work I've had to do to this thing since I bought it. And as you know by watching the channel, we don't necessarily do things that are expensive. Yeah, this wood splitter I picked up off of Craigslist 4 years ago now, and I just run fuel through it. If you notice at the end of the last section there, I shut the fuel off to shut it off. I didn't shut it off electronically. Even though this has an electronic shut off and an electronic ignition, I shut the fuel off so that it sucks everything out of the fuel bowl. I don't want fuel sitting in there, especially with this ethanol blend stuff. And we use the straight pump gas. We don't get the non-ethanol fuel because it's damn near impossible to find in the area we're in. In fact, I don't even know where to find any without having to drive 2 hours, which I'm not fond of, just for fuel. Same with off-road diesel. There's no place to buy off-road diesel that's close by, so I end up using regular diesel. But onto the saw. One of the issues I'm having, let's see, I think you can see it right there. Let me get a little closer. If you notice, it's cutting at an angle. Now that could be two things. That could be the bar is worn, or that could be the chain is uneven or not. Come on. Or that one side is duller than the other. But I'm willing to bet the way that's sitting like that, because you get up here, you got a lot less. Here you got some, but right here, you're all over the place. So, judging by the bluing in here, and you can see I've already flipped this bar at least twice. So I'm thinking it's time for a new bar. Besides the fact that, yeah, the chain's getting a little bit of wear on it too, so it's probably time to just go ahead and do both. But this has been a good saw. This is a Husqvarna 435. I think it's got the 16-inch bar on it. I think. Don't quote me. This is a refurbished saw. I bought this at Northern Tools 2.5 years ago or so, and I've done nothing but run fuel through it. I think at one point, no, it wasn't this one, it was my last Husqvarna that I had. I thought I did fuel lines. I haven't done fuel lines on this one. The only thing I've had to do is fuel in this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and go out to the store, get a new bar, get a new chain. We'll get that slapped on there, and that should put us back in the running for cutting straight. That's my big thing right now. I want to cut a straight line. Don't ask me why, I just do. Ultimately, if your chainsaw is cutting on a bias, then, and especially with this one, the way it's cutting, you get to a certain point you can't cut anymore because the bias is twisting as it goes. So it ends up binding the blade in there. So I'm going to get a new bar so I can get a straight cut, so I don't get that binding that is preventing me from cutting all the way through the thicker logs. Smaller stuff, I might keep this chain and bar for brush cutting. Anytime I'm stumping something really close to the ground and it's small, I don't want to necessarily use a good bar and chain for that. So I usually keep a bar and chain that's just specifically for limbing and for stumping. Why do I want to destroy something good when I already have something that's well worn and can do the same job? So let me go ahead and head out, and I honestly don't remember if I did an intro to this video. I don't think I did. Alright, 2 trips to the store later. I was finally able to find the right bar and chain, I hope. We'll find out. Now, while I'm pulling this apart, let me chit chat real quick. The one problem I have with this saw is the fact that it's got a single nut holding the chain on. Others have duals. Oof. Gotta clean that before I use it. Now I'm not going to throw this bar away or this chain because, like I said earlier, I want to use it again. But while I'm right here, one of the inspection points on the saw when you change out the chain is right here. Sorry, it's right here. If you notice, there's wear on the sprocket. My last Husqvarna I had, I ended up having to replace that twice. It's not difficult to change, but it is a little bit of a pain in the rump. So when it comes time, I'll be sure to record that, which it will come time. I'll be replacing that at some point, I guarantee it. It is what it is. It's not an expensive part. It's just a part that wears. Almost there. There we go. And while I have it out, entangled, let me see here, get it going the same way. If you look, you can see the difference in the teeth. Actually, I got this backwards, hold on. There we go. So that's how much this has been filed down, or how much I've used it. I've literally taken that much of the tooth off. All right, let's try this again. All right, pro tip 1, don't put your chain on backwards. It won't cut worth a pfft. All right, now let's try tightening her up. Too tight. Well, now that we're at the end, let me go record an intro, and hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Have a good day. Bye.